Fantasy film icon Guillermo del Toro kicked off his masterclass at the Lumiere Film Festival on Monday by revealing that he had what he called a f***ed-up childhood. Speaking candidly about his influences, inspirations, fears, and desires, the director gave a raucous 90-minute talk filled with keen observations, vivid memories, and a healthy amount of F-bombs. Del Toro was raised by a deeply Catholic family in Guadalajara, and he described his religious upbringing as a mix of virtue and violence that was f***ed up to give a kid. He also recalled how his grandmother would put bottle caps in his shoes to make him suffer for his future sins. For the young fan of horror and science fiction flicks, The Outer Limits, and fantasy literature, Frankenstein was a more beautiful martyr than Jesus, while the world of adults was much more dangerous than the one of make-believe. When you're a child dealing with monsters, you don't have to think about how they will act. They do exactly what they look like, he said. Elements from religious iconography and childhood nightmares have found their way into Del Toro's most memorable work, including 2001's The Devil's Backbone and 2006's Pan's Labyrinth. His latest movie, The Shape of Water, won the Golden Lion at Venice in September and will be released by Fox Searchlight in December. Del Toro recounted how he invested his own salary in the film so that he could make the creature, which took nearly 3 years to design, exactly the way he wanted. I practice my craft with the absolute faith of someone who believes that it is an art. Del Toro, who has also directed blockbusters like 2004's Hellboy and 2013's Pacific Rim, was extremely candid about his relationship with the business side of movies. The people with the money are arseholes, he said. They look back and they want to stay in a safe place while the filmmakers want to go forward. And sometimes we as filmmakers f*** them up because we're also arseholes, but we're crazy arseholes. The director went on to admit that he has lost his cool numerous times on set, saying, "You need to be pretty brutal." Describing a new book project that will consist of interviews about filmcraft with directors like George Miller and Michael Mann, the filmmaker explained how he wants to elevate the dialogue about cinema to discuss images in specific terms, especially at a time when television seems to be taking over. Our relationship with stories has become very intimate and promiscuous with television series, he said. We go to bed with them each night, but for all its narrative power, TV has not created images that stay with us as mythology, such as Chaplin getting caught in the gears in Modern Times or the blood pouring out of the elevators in Kubrick's The Shining. To read more on Guillermo del Toro's masterclass at the Lumiere Film Festival, head to THR.com and tell us, how do you feel about the director's comparison of film to television when it comes to mythology? What's your all-time favorite Del Toro film, and are you excited for The Shape of Water to open in December? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section. For The Hollywood Reporter News, I'm Lindsay Rodriguez.